My husband criticizes my cooking every single time and it makes me feel bad. I'm 24, he's 31. Cooking is my love language. He does all the dishes in return. Every time I cook, he criticizes it down to the smallest thing, like I don't want to eat it because I don't like the texture or shape of the seasoning, or the color looks gross, etc., etc. But it's worse than that. That's just an example. Sometimes he compares me to his incredible mommy's cooking that can't be beat. I don't think about it too much and try not to let it bother me significantly. Today I asked him to get his mom's recipes and I will cook them. He had the audacity to lecture me and rant on and on about how Afghani women train their whole life to make the food they make, like you need at least 15 years of experience of cooking. You don't understand, not realizing how insulting it was. I kept saying, just get me the recipes and I'll cook them, it's not that hard, but he kept mansplaining like I'm stupid. I'm a very good cook. He's just Afghani and extremely picky. I make great pastas, chicken, authentic curries, asafoetida level, and I can make anything. I've attempted Afghani dishes many times. I've nailed some to his standards and the rest are not good enough. I got so insulted by the comment that I can't cook his mom's meals unless I've been cooking for a certain amount of years. So beyond insulting. How do I make him shut the fuck up and understand that he either eats what I make and appreciates it genuinely, or he can waste what little money he makes on eating outside food without coming off as a manipulative bitch? I'm not his mom. I don't want to treat him like a son and give him time out or punishment. I just need him to stop being a mother complex narcissist. I added my food to this post hours later. Update: I'm gonna take a lot of advice given. Well, not the divorcing ones, I'm sorry, but I realize I really do have to stand my ground. Not just with food. I have to stop taking shit. He doesn't respect me because I don't even respect myself. Of course he would take advantage of my kindness and submission. I have to start holding him accountable at the smallest things now so he can no longer normalize his mean behavior towards me. Next day update: the men commenting now are: buy a bunch of frozen microwave meals and go take a yoga class that meets at 5 p.m. I would also consider his behavior towards you in general. I married a Pakistani man and I could have wrote this word for word 10 years ago. It is the hugest red flag for other misogynistic controlling behavior. We are divorced now. I am still a wonderful cook and gleefully enjoy the fruits of my labor without his onerous presence. He's alone eating takeout, as he doesn't know how to cook. He's not Afghani and picky. He's a misogynist and a man baby. Stop cooking for him. Tell him to cook and you do dishes for a few weeks. Marry a man your own age whose mother is dead. Just when I thought the bar couldn't get any lower, I log in and see this. Stop cooking for two. Cool for yourself. And inform him that since you can't compare to his mother, he can eat her food instead. So if he says that women train for 15 years, then why didn't he marry someone who had 15 years of cooking experience? He won't, because they would be older. He doesn't want someone with experience. He wants someone who he can control. Me first year in, thank you for the tips honey, smiling face with tear. Me 7th year in, well don't fucking eat it then. Woman shrugging, medium light skin tone, unamused. AITA: I showed him this and he said I should have had the 7th year in the first and not taken his shit. If he wants mommy's food, let him go and be happy with mommy's food. Let him go. Have you told him what you told us? Especially the last paragraph. I wonder what his mom would say about how much he complains about the food you cook for him. I would be damned before I so much as put a saltine cracker on a plate for that asshole ever again. Sounds like you shouldn't be cooking if it's so bad. Let him do it if you're so bad at it. Fuckheads always want to complain when they're not the ones putting in the effort. God, this sub really makes me hate men. Why do we put up with shit behavior from mediocre men? Be mean to him and make him cry. Don't cook for a rude dickhead. Don't sleep with someone who disrespects you. You are valuable. You are worthwhile. Any dumbass with a dick who can't understand how to talk to another person with respect deserves to be treated like shit. If they train their whole lives, shouldn't you start now? If it's going to take 15 years to get that good, shouldn't you start now? And while they were training and practicing, didn't their husbands eat their food without demoralizing them? He doesn't even make any sense. He's also mean. He can make his own meals. Afghanistan is one of the most misogynistic countries on earth. Did he grow up there? I don't want to generalize. I'm sure there are some good Afghani men in the world. But also if he grew up in a very misogynistic culture, it can have a bigger impact on how he treats you and views you as a person. This guy is not going to stop until you have absolutely no self-esteem left and you feel half an inch tall in everything that you do. You cannot please him and you never will. This is a feature, not a bug. Run. Stop cooking for this mama's boy and send him back to his mother. I'm serious. He's treating you horribly. I've burned food and my husband laughed with me. Then he cooked me dinner. My husband cooks dinner 50% of the time. This is a weird negging where he's chipping away at your self-confidence. So send him back to his mother and kick him out. Girl. Red flag. He is abusing you. He's lying to you. Divorce him before he traps you with a baby. It's not going to be better. My hubby is a picky eater, but I know his has texture issues, but he wouldn't make as many complain as your hubby. I have to drag it out of him. He also says things that he likes. If it's every item, he can cook for himself. It isn't you. He's just emotionally abusing you. It will not get better. I known men like your husband. Soon as you are pregnant and no job, the abuse will increase. He is trying to tear you down and keep you down. It isn't because he's Afghan. He is just an abuser. Serve him divorce papers. And ask if he likes the way those taste. His behavior is unacceptable. You don't deserve to be treated that way. Alternatively, he can make his own dinner if he's going to complain. Guess he doesn't want to eat. Tell him to make a sandwich and call it a day. Girl, you don't have to be such a doormat. Why are you letting him think it's okay to treat you like this when you know it's not? Stop clapping hands. Medium light skin tone. Cooking. Clapping hands. Medium light skin tone. For clapping hands. Medium light skin tone. Him clapping hands. Medium light skin tone. When he asks what's for dinner, tell him I don't know what you're having. I'm having XYZ. But since you don't like my cooking, I only made enough for myself. He isn't gonna stop being who he is for you. It's his choice to be this way. He's not gonna get any better as time goes on. You're 24, you should be having fun, not playing mama to grown man. The problem isn't you. The problem is that Pashtun, Hazara, and Tajik men do not respect women. If he hasn't yet, he will never treat you with the respect you deserve. The first time I packed my husband a lunch for work, he complained about it. I never packed his lunch again. The first time I made him a special birthday breakfast, he complained about it. I never made him breakfast again. When he started to complain about dinner, I asked him, "Do you want to start cooking? Because I don't make your breakfast. And I don't make your lunch. And we can easily go 3 for 3 here." He stopped complaining. Stop cooking for this manchild. Let him go have his meals at his mom's house. Stop cooking. Hard stop. Why do you continue cooking for him?